My name is Paden Hughes from San Luis Obispo, California. I have a company called Gymnasio Fitness, in a sense. We have a funnel building for a multi-dimensional movement coach. We're training trainers to unlock their power to basically blow up their business and unlock new potential for their clientele. We serve trainers looking to level up, to find that next opportunity to bridge the gap between movement therapists and performance coaches who want to fill that void and dive into the next level of learning, opportunity, business growth, and make a career out of this passion that they have to serve people.
There's something really great that happens when you get all the decision makers in the room at the same time with a space and free of distractions to be able to really talk through a lot of the ideas that you have turning in your head, and you're hoping that you're on the right path, but you need a little more validation. I definitely think that part of what was powerful for me about this content day is just hearing confirmation that, yeah, that sounds good, or I gotta push back on that a little bit, that didn't sound as good to me. And just getting a third party with the marketing background that Brian has, which is definitely very different than the backgrounds that we bring to the table, was helping us to really get crystallized on how we offer and how we speak about the value that we bring to people.
What I really enjoyed about the one-on-one, not enjoyed, but felt great about, is diving deep into the story. We each have a phenomenal story, whether we think it or not, and to have someone to say, yeah, give me more. Tell me more about the epiphany you had, or tell me more about the challenges you had. To me, I just seem to just bury it. It's just called hard work. It's just something that you do. But in reality, it drives people to have a relatable experience with you and connect and create a phenomenal sales process. I've spoke to quite a few friends who've tried to do an online I spoke to several friends who've tried to do an online webinar, and the results have been lackluster or dubious in a sense. And it's great to go through and realize you have 100 slides of opportunity to reinvest in someone's thought processes about why they shouldn't buy something, and kind of throw on top other variables to convince them over. It's like you have someone in your corner fighting for you, saying, I've done it, let me show the language, let me show the process, now let's just put you into it, and makes you feel you have a lot of confidence going into it.
So I'm one of those people that needs to prove to myself that I need expert help, and I love learning, and I have a background in marketing. So I thought to myself, well, this would be great. Between when we committed to work with Brian and when we actually started to work with Brian, I just did Russell Brunson's 30-day funnel building challenge just to prove to myself that I needed help. And so it did just that. I went through it, had fun, learned a lot about it, but I only sold $7,000 of whatever I was selling over the summer. And it just reaffirmed to me the value of having somebody give me the actual script that they've tweaked and worked on and played with to make it convert at the rates that it needs to. And I didn't have to build that from scratch. I didn't have to go through the guesswork. I didn't have to spend the years it takes to really refine and test out the messaging, and Brian's already done that. And so for me, it was really powerful to go back through his script that works and really make it work for us. And I think that reaffirmed to me why it's important to get the right people around the table. It depends on how fast and how big you want to grow, but that depends on who you add to the table. I got the pressure, the heat turned up under us to deliver really quality content. That Brian's not here just to market half-ass products just because he's good at it. And it was just really good to be like, hey, how do we know when something's done? And he just looked at us and go, well, when it's done. when it's complete, when it's good, when the value's there, when it's gonna be the best that you can bring to the table. And just raising that bar and just knowing that at the end of the day, yeah, he can make it sing, but it still has to be a song. We had to get it dialed. And so I love that we have deadlines now. We have a lot of work to do. We're both kind of deer in the headlights about all the stuff that we have to do, because at the end of the day, we're building another business. It's gonna take a lot of effort to do it, but we don't have to worry about the marketing side of it.
Biggest takeaways I got from this 2-day event was dialing in that you have a lot to offer. You just have to realize that it's there. So building out the value stack. I realized, like, well, what more do we have to offer? We have the course, and what else do you want to offer? And to be able to dive into the business and realize that there's more that's there, and having someone have a process to kind of pull that out and say, that's not enough, give me more. That's not enough, give me more. And Brian did a great job of facilitating that and diving in and saying, no, there's more there. How do we make this deal just absolutely sweet? And so that was great to realize that you do have a lot going for you. Now it's time to just put it all together and share it with people, and have that team that knows how to share something very, very well is a sweet feeling.
There's a lot of people that have passions and callings and skills, probably even more than we do, to go out and change the world, and they sit on that for years and years and years. And it's always something they're about to go and do, and always something that they speak about, but they can't back up their dream with action. And if you are on the fence because you have this burning dream, but you feel strapped for time and you can't quite figure out how to pay for it, but you know it's important to you, don't let that hold you back. You can go and figure it out. Like, we can go and get a loan, we can go and get different things, we can go and make different choices on our vacation. Like, there's ways to get there, but you have to be willing to say, okay, I'm willing to work for it and go all in. And sometimes a bigger price tag actually is more of a way for you to commit to something.